What's up, guys? So today's been a busy day. I just wanted to make this part before I head out on this long journey to get some LTZ400s, and it's a little bit of a hike, 4 hours one way. Corey sent me this from Walden's World, so thanks, man. But I wanted to add in something. When you go to buy something, buying at night's never a good thing. Certain time of the year, you get off work at a certain time of day, 6 o'clock, it's dark, nothing you can do. But always inspect your machines. So this was something Brian picked up for me last night when he was grabbing a bike for himself. He said the guy was kind of being a dick and did not notice this massive crankcase gap where the crank decided to say hello to the world. So, and the main thing I wanted from this was because those cases, which sucks. Hopefully we can still salvage the swing arm. Already got that soaking with PB blaster, subframe's bent, but maybe we can nickel and dime this and make a few bucks. This shock would be worth quite a bit if I had both of them. This is Progressive Rate Works shock, especially with the reservoir. I don't think they all came with resis, so we'll hope this pans out to at least turn a profit a little bit. He dropped it off here this morning before he went out, and we're missing clutch cover screws, no oil. Look at that, no nut on there. But the biggest issue is he said that it needed a rear brake drum. Well, that doesn't seem like you need a brake drum. Then I noticed this. And that's a bummer, because that is not an easy fix. The only thing I could think of is maybe a little bit of welds, maybe drill it all the way out, put a nut and bolt, but you'd have to drill the whole collar for the brake pivot, whatever it's called. We'll see. Hopefully this doesn't pan out too bad for him. He bought this to fix up, to flip. This ghetto ass gas cap, Chinesium garbage. Doesn't even hold a seal. I didn't know green fades to gold, but evidently it does. It's rough. Moral of the story, check your stuff. Never trust the seller. Always look it over yourself. If you're not comfortable with it, walk. Don't be scared to walk. All right, so we've made it. Like the majority of the trip, I'm a little under an hour away now. And we're on the other side of Fort Smith, Arkansas. I've never actually been out this direction. If you've never been here, it's definitely pretty. It's nice. It's like the mountains of, I guess we're in Arkansas now, mountains of Arkansas. But go and get this LTZ400. There's two of them, two-ish. I know there's one frame, two engines. One of the engines is in like a cradle for it to run in. I don't know. We'll see when we get there. But one of the plus sizes, there's like two nice, at least from the pictures, it looked like two nice sets of plastics. Those will do pretty good on doing some builds. I've been seeing a lot of LTZ400s lately, but they're always rough. Just absolutely ridiculously sun faded. And being able to throw a nice set of plastics on something really increases the value. But the two engines, he said one of them for sure he knows turns over, but has a bad third gear. The other one he's not sure of. It's a newer one, so it's got the reservoir shocks. Those resi front shocks are like $200 or more. And then two swing arms, which I don't know if you've priced an LTZ swing arm. They're like $250 a piece. The front shocks, those resi shocks, are $250. And then if both heads pan out to be good, those are $500 a piece. I sold the last, that KFX 400 head with issues because it had damage to the journals. I sold that one, I think it was $320 I paid $300 for the whole quad or something like that, something close to that.
And then the crankcases from both of them, if those are in good shape, those LTZ crankcases are around $400 right now. Depending, if they're in real good shape, maybe 500. But I think even the ones I had some issues with strip bolts or something. And wow, that's nice. That's pretty cool. It's a big ass bridge. And you may be wondering, like, why does it look different in here? I'm in my wife's truck because that F-250 drinks fuel. Like, no joke. I think I've spent like $35. It'll cost me about 40 bucks one way, where in that F-250 it would have probably costed 140. Lifted trucks are cool until your miles per gallon is 13 at $5 a gallon. But we'll see. I'm hoping these both pan out to be in good shape. One of them's like already torn down. The other one's already torn down. I could fit both in the back of the truck because there's neither one of them are full complete quads. So that saves me money. I don't have to pay to tear it down. We'll see. So I got in a little late last night to finish this video, so we're gonna finish it this morning. But I got everything unloaded. Everything looks pretty good. I got a pretty good deal due to the cases being messed up. But with all the parts here, I'm good with it. I ended up getting them for $400. It was about 8 hours round trip. Took me a little longer than that after stopping for fuel, and I gotta pee a lot. So here they are. This is a 2004. This is another engine. He told me on that one, third gear shot. And on this one, he never actually ran it. So pretty much getting them for $400. I wasn't gonna hassle the guy about turning the engines over. He was pretty honest about everything else, so we're gonna find out here shortly. I'm gonna actually try to run that on there. He had a temporary setup, but it's leaking a bunch of oil. Ended up getting 2 swing arms. These are about 200 bucks a piece, so if you're out buying one, these swing arms are a big point. Big whatever. Subframe, I don't remember. I think the subframes aren't really worth shipping on this. And then all these plastics. I was really excited because that one right there, I believe that was what they called a special edition. There aren't very many of them that came with the red frame and these black plastics. So I was really digging these black plastics to be able to save them for a build. But so that kind of sucks. I can utilize these yellow plastics. I'll probably hang on to the black one just because the seat's a little damaged. So when you're out buying these, it used to be your headlights were worth quite a bit, which sucks now. They make Chinese replacements. So this headlight's probably worth about 40 bucks, where a few years back, this would have been 120, even with that broken tab. I got another one right there. I might just hang on to them. I don't know. So when you're looking for something like this and you're going out and buying it, a lot of your money is going to be in the motor. One of the things you want to look for is JB Weld. So these cases are expensive for a reason. They are prone to breaking in multiple spots. So one of the things I noticed you want to look for if you're out buying one of these, this applies to race quads, sport quads, whatever you want to call them, and a lot of dirt bikes, like the 2-stroke 250s, all have pretty pricey cases if there's no JB Weld. So this JB Weld here devalues the shit out of these cases. Another big issue is this little post for the shift shaft breaks off. It appears neither one of these are broken, so these cases might still be sellable. This one did not leak oil as far as I know. This one leaked oil all over the bed of the truck. Mostly because you can see the JB Weld on the cases right there. I don't know whether someone slung a rod and thought, hey, let's just JB Weld it back together. But that's something you definitely want to look out for when you're buying something like this, is JB Weld on your crankcase. But this one has no damage from the chain, at least as far as I can tell with all that grease on there.
and that post is still there. So these cases might still be very well sellable. I guess they stripped that and thought the best thing, let's weld a bolt to it. I'm gonna turn these engines over real quick and see if they're seized. Okay, so if you need to turn one of these over manually, and this works for 400EXs, just about any quad, you want to take your inspection plug off. This is for to check your timing. On this one you're looking at, it's an H10 to get this off. Unscrew it. And it is a 17mm nut. And this one's turning over, although it doesn't really feel like it's got compression. Oh, it doesn't have a spark plug in this one, that's right. So, as long as we don't have oil pump failure causing the journals to be worn out, I will make my money back on just this head. So if you're going out and buy one for yourself, that's a good point to make sure that you can actually make your money back rather quickly off of just one part, and then we still have everything else. So let's try this other engine. Put this cover back on. And we'll move over here to this engine. Let's see. And you want to use like a breaker bar or something, just because if you have good compression, it's going to be a little harder to turn it over. This plug does not thread out as smoothly. This motor is not near as clean as that one. Let's see. So that noise you're hearing, that grinding, is actually me manually turning the starter over right now. I don't know if you can hear it in the video. I can hear the valve train spinning in there. And we have gotten a full rotation, so looks like this might be a good buy. Honestly, we won't really know what the shape of that, the condition of that head until we get it open. But that's some stuff to look for if you're going out and buying an LTZ 400EX, KFX 400, KFX 450R, TRX 450R. These heads are always expensive. So if you buy something in the $500 range and you target the cylinder head, it's hard to lose. Thanks for watching. I hope I covered everything that you might need when you're going out buying one of these, what to look for. This is LTZ. I'm trying to cover this in every video that I make. I'm not posting this stuff to flex and show what bikes I'm buying. I'm trying to show you how you can buy these machines, what to look for when you buy these machines. You want to make sure that you're profitable? Look for these parts. Look for the head, swing arm. Target profitable machines. Don't just go out and buy something, hope to part it out and turn a profit, because doesn't always work that way. If you saw the video where I picked up like it was like 9 ATVs and I had all the extra bottom ends, I actually had to toss one of those bottom ends just because it was so bad that it wasn't even worth tearing down. It wasn't salvageable. Not that I'm not gonna still make money on that entire thing because I tossed one bottom end, but you wanna make sure you're inspecting these things. You don't wanna buy at night because that's how you get screwed. That KLX I was showing you earlier, of Brian's that he picked up, the oil leak, the reason it had no oil in it is the countershaft sprocket, which holds that bearing on the other side of their shot. So this sprocket is actually able to move back and forth that direction. This way is normal. Side to side like that and up and down is not normal. So it destroys that seal and it causes an oil leak to drip right out of there. I don't like buying at night. At a certain time of the year, you don't really have a choice. You get to people getting home from work. Maybe you're getting home from work. I buy stuff during the day because I do this full time. You want to try to buy it during the day when possible.
Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and if you feel like I missed something, reach out in the comments down below.